All right, we back at you with the next one, and we're going with our man LL Cool J, New York in the building. All right, and his new project, we've been waiting on it. He's been dropping singles throughout the summer, and he's here with The Force. All right, I'm gonna anchor this one just because I'm the old head in the building. We're gonna let Malcolm jump out and see what he feels about this project. Malcolm, how did you feel about LL Cool J's new project, The Force?
I'm happy to see that he's releasing, continuing to release new music. The production is it's I say it's good. It's not my type of what I would like to listen to, but I think it was pretty quality production. I'm pretty sure they spent countless hours and a lot of studio dollars to be able to keep engineers up and in the studio to be able to make some of this production. He's always going to LL is gonna always do his thing when it comes to verses. So I was not expecting him to not be to above par when it comes to his lyrics, but I think it is his most recent album, The Force. It came with the age that he is at right now. It's a certain audience that will listen to and tune in and replay this album in its entirety and have a good time listening to it. Other than that, I think that it's an overall good album. I like the Snoop Dogg, LL Cool J Spirit of Cyrus, excuse me. And was it Cyrus or Circus? Circus, Cyrus, Cyrus, yeah. I like that song. Like the the pacing of it. I also enjoyed the one with Rick Ross in it. I think that he could have done a different feature instead of Rick Ross, but I enjoyed that song. Good production, and that was the one song that he did visuals with so far, and also is the highest viewed or I guess streamed on YouTube video or in song that he's produced from that album so far. Looking forward to seeing some other visuals. For the most part, it was a good album. But like I said, he's not trying to appeal to the younger audience or the I guess Gen Z or below. He's appealing to who's known him, who's listened to him and loved him from late '80s all the way into the early 2000s. So I think that keeping the one difference he made compared to Big Sean is that he was definitive in where who he wanted to really listen to his music. It's not like he was changing anything to appeal to anyone that wasn't already in the know about LL and mute on the music side. So
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Really appreciate you on that. I'm going to switch it over to Kev. Kev, your thoughts on LL Cool J's new project, The Force?
I did really enjoy it, and maybe because I am an old guy, but I'm actually more surprised than anything because it was just it was certain songs on here, and I can't don't ask me off the top of my head, but it was just he told some good stories, man, and really you really don't think of LL as a good storyteller. Like the first one with Snoop, I mean, it told a good story. Like I listened to that like when I first heard it. I played it back like 3 times because I mean I knew what he was talking about, but it was just I was just so surprised at what he was saying and how he was saying it. A few weeks back we talked about should older artists be in like a senior or more mature rap category, and I was on the fence on that. But kind of listening to what Malcolm was saying, I kind of I am kind of leaning towards it because I think that for me, he had, what's the song with Sweetie? I think the song with Sweetie could be something that could be played on the radio and kind of could go uh across different generations. But if he doesn't feel that way, then maybe I'm wrong. It's also, I feel like it's a song that should be, I don't even really think I heard it on the radio that much, which is surprising, for LL not to have like a song that's playing on the radio, because that's what a lot of people known for. I enjoyed it. I had to make myself stop listening to it because I spent a lot of time Friday listening to it. I spent a lot of time Saturday playing it, and I just said, you know what, let me give it a break before I get tired of listening to it, because I was just enjoying it so much. But I mean, overall, I think when an older rapper can realize that they have to make some changes. They can't just be the same person they were 10, 15, 20 years ago. That if you're willing to change and adjust your style, it can work. And that's what, we seen Nas, he changed up a little bit, and it got him a Grammy. Jay-Z doing these long verses now, which is unnecessary, but people seem to love him, and he's still considered one of the best. And um, I look at Rakim and I look at LL, and I'm like, well, Rakim maybe should have listened to, seen what LL was about to do, and followed in his footsteps, because that last Rakim album wasn't that great. But it is what it is. But this LL, I really enjoyed it. It surprised me a lot. And I'm just, I just, I don't know. I don't know. I think it is songs that could be marketed towards different, generations, like I said. But I can see where Malcolm is coming from. But I'm still surprised though.
Yeah, man, I'm totally with you guys on this. Do want to visit what Malcolm had said about the streams, and he is very correct on the streams. I just checked iTunes, I just checked Spotify, and I just checked YouTube. And as far as the album is concerned, it has not streamed very well, actually. And this goes to a test for the power of Eminem. His most streamed single is the Murdergram with Eminem. And Eminem just recently went 3 times platinum with his project, a project that we believed is just another dose of the same old, and not that worthy of the 3 platinums that it's gotten so far, and is still climbing. So it is very interesting that a project that only got on YouTube only got 32,000 streams. The single Murdergram, 205,000 streams. It's crazy to me. Spotify, very similar. The Murdergram got 190,000 streams on. I can't see all the exact numbers on the singles for iTunes, but that's crazy to me. And I don't know, Malcolm. You didn't really care for that Sweetie track.
Not at all.
Wow, that's interesting. I thought that the ladies would support that. It is classic sexy LL, and was very surprised, man. Very surprised. All right, so let me jump into my diatribe about my man LL Cool J. And let me just start off by saying a lot of people will not agree with me. I think what he put together with Q-Tip, and let me just say, Q-Tip production, it felt like an extension of Tribe Called Quest. This album did in a lot of the songs, but there were shining spots where he broke away from that sound. I did not believe that Q-Tip could be this diverse over tracks. Let's just say 14 tracks, perfect number. 43 minutes, perfect timing. So for me, that stuff matters. And it was a lot of notable tracks. But I'm going to say something that's going to get a lot of people angry, hot, right off the bat. I believe this project is Grammy worthy. I need you to understand that most of the stuff that has won the Grammys over the last 5 years has not been the biggest selling stuff. It's been the stuff that has a certain level of art, a certain level of musicianship to it. And this is a prime example of artistry and musicianship. The production was diverse, it was intricate, it was detailed. So I'm trying to give Q-Tip his kudos, but there were some tracks that I thought that he could have changed up for uh, LL. But again, I can't. I mean, so again, this is not a 5 mic album. This is not an album that is going to be played for you know, the next 20 years, like some of his previous albums. But it had enough love on it that, I can give you the notable stuff. Force, quite a vibe. It was definitely a vibe. Um, Strong song, good way to start off a project. Spirit of Cyrus with Snoop Dogg, another good way to start off the project. Snoop Dogg is in such a groove now that he knows his limitations and shines through those limitations and makes good verses on and good hooks on tracks. And I gotta appreciate him for that. Saturday Night Special with Rick Ross and Fat Joe, two good features from two artists. Ricky Rose does his thing. I get what Malcolm was saying about that particular track. But the reason why they chose them, I think, was because of his respect for them as MCs and the fact that they're older MCs who still have their ear to the street. So people are still checking for both of them. So I get him doing that. And it was very smooth. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was a super smooth track. Then you got Black Code Suit, which he did. It was excellent flow, man. I got to look at my notes real quick and just say that that's what I wanted to say. The Q-Tip beat was just dope. That was a crazy dope beat. It brought LL to his best, if you ask me, as far as what that track brought out of him. If you go back and listen to the flow, it is really, really something to behold. Then we got to go with the single, which we thought people would get more, it would get more streams. It's disappointing, but and that is Passion. Passion, that's a dope track. The visuals were good. Solid track. I really thought it would do better than it did. Again, looking at Proclivity, Proclivity was Sweetie, thought it would do better, and just very surprising. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. So Passion did do very well. So this is the world we're in. So I had to go down to Passion and double check it. So Passion, 1.3 million streams. So definitely Passion's getting the love that it deserves. Proclivity is 731 streams. So 731,000 streams. So those two tracks, which I thought, I definitely thought, I'm sorry I didn't do my homework before, but yeah, I'm glad that I checked to make sure those tracks did very well. Again, the LL track is the most streamed so far. And then you got Huey in the Chair with Busta Rhymes. I thought Q-Tip's beat did not flow well with Busta nor LL on that track, and I thought that the EQing on that track was not right. I did think this album was sequenced well, though. I did enjoy the sequencing of it, but it was a good flow. Don't get me wrong. And then you got you got Praise Him with Nas. A lot of people aren't going to like that song. I get it because we're not in a time where people really care about uh, a spirituality as being proclaimed on albums, secular albums. But that track, man, what Nas did on that track, just a continuation of what he's been doing. And you got to understand this, people. You got a 56-year-old and you got a 52-year-old male who have been in the game for a long time. And people would not mention them, and Nas is in some people's top five. LL for some reason doesn't end up in a lot of the younger people's top five. But for them, what they did on this song was highly impressive. I would beg of you to go and check that track out. It's worth listening to. It's not preachy. It is a quality song, well worth the listen. And then again, you got your Murdergram with Eminem. Again, I know I'm gonna say this and people are gonna be mad. I thought the flow back and forth was good, but I think LL got him. I'll go back and ask the gentleman, my host on the co-host on the show, if they thought so. But I mean, LL's flow, that first and third verse, crazy, 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 crazy. And I thought that the ending of that track was very creative. Now, sadly, I thought he definitely tried to let some of the young cats shine on the last song on the project, which was The Vow, and that was Jay Sands and Mad Squabbles. But it didn't that one just didn't pan out for me. I thought that it could have done more. We're gonna jump back into it with our other host and try to get an understanding on that one particular track. So, gentlemen, let me start off with you, Malcolm. Who do you think outshined on the Murdergram, LL or Eminem?
No, I was saying it may have to be Eminem.
Okay, so there you go. The younger peer person, he liked Eminem. All right,
I
now
didn't.
it's up to you, Kev. And I want you to be your most honest opinion now. Kev, Eminem, LL.
It was definitely LL. And it's tough to ask me because I don't think M beat that many people on guest verses. Royce got him on Bad Meets Evil, and Jay Z got him on that song. So and Nas got him. I think he had a Nas collab on. Nas got him. So
Well, they
it was
do
L
say
definitely.
people will argue you down that on the Jay Z's blueprint that M got him. People will argue you down about that.
I know they will, but Jay got him, and it was a Eminem beat.
So yeah, all right. So we're gonna jump into it, man, and appreciate y'all sitting through my diatribe. But I just have to talk highly about the people who made this thing that you guys like to listen to, and that's rap. And this is one of the people who made it where you could watch this, and that's our man LL Cool J. So, gentlemen, let's jump into it. Stream or no stream for our man LL Cool J and his new track Force. We're gonna go in with Kev first. Kev, stream or no stream?
And I think the length of the album was just right. The sequencing was right. I can get someone's argument on the number of features and some of the features. Um, but overall, I don't have a problem with it. But yeah, it's a stream for me though.
All right, that's what's up. That's one stream. Malcolm, stream or no stream on LL Cool J's project, The Force.
I would stream it. I would stream it. Yeah, for sure.
All right, that's what's up. And I'll end this one off and just say for me, for sure, it's a big, big, big stream on that. I would tell anybody, young, old, uh, decrepit, go out and check this album out. It's well worth it. It's well worth. I'm sorry, that's how old I am. Stream the album on your favorite streaming platform, title, uh, uh, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube Music. Do your thing. Yes, please check that out. And with that, we get a. All right, and that was our stream or no stream for LL Cool J's The Force.